Hello and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Paul and Romeo, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Romeo's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give the dogs while we're working with them, and also the training equipment that we're using. Paul is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free then to give the correction. And the correction that we provide is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And Romeo's been fitted with his own personal training collar. You'll notice that Paul keeps that collar high up on his neck there for the most control while working with him. And we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now Romeo is sitting very nicely on Paul's left-hand side, and that's where all of our obedience training is going to take place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Paul and Romeo are going to take off now, and the command you're going to give is Romeo heel, and you're going to simply start walking. You'll notice that Romeo has been trained to walk very nicely on your left-hand side at your pace, and he should not be lagging behind on that leash, nor lunging ahead and pulling. If he was to do so, you would simply tell him no, followed by a tug and release on that training collar, and you repeat the command to heel. Also incorporated into the heeling exercise is an automatic sit. There's an example right there, and you'll see them throughout the video. So anytime that you're out and about and walking with Romeo and you stop, he has been trained to sit very nicely right there at your left heel position. Good boy. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command. It's a hand and voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay and out to the end of the leash. Now Romeo should remain seated throughout the entire command in this position. You're going to want to practice this command often with him to help build up his ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. And start with your small time increments of 30 seconds to a minute, and upon his success, increase your intervals working up to a total of 3 minutes. When Paul returns back, he walks counterclockwise all the way around, behind, returning back so that Romeo is once again on his left-hand side in heel position. And Romeo receives some praise for doing a job well done. And they will demonstrate that again. There's your sit and stay. You'll notice throughout the video that Paul uses lots of positive reinforcement to keep Romeo motivated and to let him know that he's doing a very good job completing his commands appropriately. You can use physical praise where you give him a little pet on the head or under the chin there, or you can use verbal praise and tell him, good job, good boy. So there's that sit stay for you again. Open flat of your left palm in front of his muzzle, the command to stay. Now this time, instead of returning back to heel position, they'll demonstrate the recall or the come on command. The command you give is Romeo come. He should get up and come in and sit directly in front of you. Great job. And around the right side of you, you're back, returning to your left-hand side, sitting nicely. Good job, waiting for his next command, and I'll demonstrate that again. Super job. It is important that when he comes in, make sure he sits. That's to promote the appropriate behavior of sitting nicely to get greeted, as opposed to jumping up. Good boy. That automatic sit again for you. You can see I'm looking up at Paul, paying attention to training. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands, the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground. The one-word command to down. And then give that stay command and out to your end of your leash again. And of course with the down stay, he should remain laying down throughout the entire command. And you're going to want to practice this often as well to help build up the ability to down stay. And your short time increments of 30 seconds to a minute, and upon his success, work up to a total of 5 minutes for your long down stay. Paul returns back again the same way, counterclockwise, all the way around. Back to heel position. Get some praise there. Good job. And you'll notice sometimes that Paul is readjusting the collar just for the most control. And again, we'll show you how to do that. And I'll demonstrate that for you again. This is a good time to remind you that although you'll be incorporating all of your commands into your everyday schedule and activities, you want to make sure that you're setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work Romeo through his commands in a formal obedience training session such as this video here. It's great practice for the both of you and will help with the transition of the new rules and commands back into his house. So there's that down stay, gives them a moment to hold it, and this time they'll demonstrate the recall or the come on command for the down position for you this time. He gets up. Comes on in, sits like a big boy, gets some praise, and then back to heel position. Good job. See that tail wagging? He's very happy. He's doing a good job pleasing Paul. So Paul lets him know that he's doing a good job by, again, using lots of positive reinforcement. Now this command they're going to demonstrate for you is the first of our, it's the second of our down commands, the down from a distance. Leave Romeo in a sit-stay out to the end of the leash. And from the end of the leash, you're going to use your right hand to give the down command. Romeo should go into a down directly where he's sitting, just like you did. Good job. And back to heel position by walking around. Leashes, there we go. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Romeo has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Romeo. We ask you keep us posted on his progress when he returns home. And we thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.